Maybe you guys had no audio because I had a Bluetooth kick on. So hope it's better now. Sorry about that. Oh man, I don't think I've had any audio. No audio, and 35 of you are still watching. I would have been out. But hey, you didn't hear anything. Didn't hear anything I said. Funny. How's that? We hear you now, man. I'm sorry that that Bluetooth I had on out here in the shop. You didn't hear anything I said. I did all this cool teaching about the mouth and eye mounts, but hey, you're watching. You're getting it. You didn't need to hear me. My big mouth talking. So if I'm looking at this guy, he doesn't have crazy lips, kind of pressed together. But I'm gonna go. This lip is just sticking out too far. I'm gonna trim this dude down. I think I'm going my own direction on this now. I cut in some eyes after all. Work on this chin and these lips. My bottom lip tends to stick out more. That's why I'm cutting it down. I got this thing of David. This is the actual mouth of David. It's of course a cast. That's in Europe. You can see how this chin, how deep that is in there, how rounded that is. Yeah, it's a resin cast of that famous sculpture by Michelangelo. Pick that up. It's pretty cool. So let me look at what I got here. I'm gonna take this 7. We're gonna get this down a little farther. Snot thing going there. Now, if we did a smile line, which I think I'm gonna do, but it's not gonna be much, comes down. It's not a real defined C. It comes off of the nose and then out a little. Right. Hello, everybody. Hey, some of you clicked thumbs up. Thank you. Thumbs up and comments for you YouTubers. You know how valuable that is. Get some action going. I think I just that's not too much. Let me get some light over here. So I can see it a little better. And I really like this woodpecker carving knife. The guy's on Etsy. Uh, my wife got it to me for my birthday. I've hardly ever sharpened it. It just keeps this nice sharp edge. So I know there's numbers for steel and all that. Um, Switching back to the Helvey. It's my My eye and lips knife. I like to hit that bottom, like so it kind of matches. Notice that stop cut. I went a little more straight in. Defining those top lips. Couple scoop cuts. It's really gonna drop down right here. All right. Good deal. Still too much here. No. What are you doing one side? Are you doing the other side? And I'm gonna do those eyes tonight. I'm gonna cut them in. I want you to see. You guys that are still here, I want you to see it. His eyes are tough. I started learning eyes. A guy from in or Tennessee that was teaching me, Marty. He sent me a piece of wood and he did an eye in it. And he said, just do eyes. Just do this whole piece of wood just in eyes. That's what I did. That's what I did. Okay. So now we're going to take a scoop out here, kind of an upside down C. I'm not going to go too far up because we don't want to thin out that those lips. I am looking for this baby here. Stu by. This is the nicest. Bought this off of Chris Willock. This is a great. I can always go back, so I'm not going to get too close. I can always go back. Going back just a little bit. Say, well, that looks like a mess. So hold on. Don't get too upset yet. Need my Drake knife. Come on, it's got to be here. See what I did? Taking this out. Taking the lip up. Anyhow, getting in why I like realism carving. I don't know. I mean, I think all types of carving is cool. Man, when you see something realistic that's carved, so many good carvers, so many talented people out there. It's just, whew, you just see a realistic piece, it's like that is amazing. And then you like watching Todd Martin work with a caricature with a piece of wood, and you're like, it's amazing. Um, just the whole wood carving thing is, it's all pretty amazing. This guy's looking a little sad. He's going to be sad. His head's going to be tilted. Still thinking about the eyes. Do I want them closed or open? If they were closed, it would be down a little bit. Maybe just open a little bit. Anybody got any suggestions? Open or close? What do you want these eyes? Type it in there. Open or closed? Don't do either. Kind of liking the mouth. Remember when I cut it kind of wrong and crooked, and I said I don't like the mouth. That's why you don't give up. I kept adjusting it ever so little on each side, cutting it ever so little on each side, and then when you put in that bottom lip, you're like, wow. And this guy's not a movie star. He's just a kind of a sad dude. There's a couple little. I'm gonna overdo it there, but trying to see if I can see any comments. If you guys said if you want the eyes open or closed, looks like it's gonna be up to me. Well, number one, I don't like the mound. I'm gonna come in here and I make a C in here. See that? You can probably see it better on that side. This is the 11-3. Just subtly bringing. I want to get where you get emotion and you get life. I was reading in Acts chapter 8 the other day 2 days ago of the first stoning, and the first martyr in Christianity, his name was Stephen. And while they were stoning him, it said he looked up into heaven and he could see Jesus standing at the right hand of the Father, which usually, that Jesus is sitting. But I always wonder if Jesus didn't stand in honor of Stephen. Jesus Christ, the Son of God, standing in honor of a guy getting martyred, put to death because he's a believer. But anyhow, I thought that would be a cool carving because I was reading this art book and how artists back in the 1800s, 1700s. See if it's sitting over there. How they had so much spirituality and captured Bible stuff in their paintings. And Michelangelo with David, and I thought, man, if I could like get Stephen, but yet he was kind of looking up with his head turned into heaven with kind of this pleasant smile on his face right before he went to sleep. It says in scripture, which means he died. That's not. Again, just you gotta keep. I think that'd be a really cool carving. So I'm gonna cut in those eyes. Mm. If I try to make them shut and it doesn't work out, I could always maybe cut them anyhow. I just looked at a reference and I noticed the eyebrows were kind of down, coming out. Got a dent there, see? Just trying to set those eyes up just a little bit. I'm not going in, I'm just cleaning up, just scraping some of this off real gently. Because I don't want them any deeper. Nothing will line up with the nose. They look kind of straight across. I'm gonna go down just a little bit, straight across. Match it with the angle. Remember? I don't know how it's gonna cut it on the line and above the line. Use this little couch. That needs sharpening. Jeez. Okay, I don't mind that. Now these are gonna be a little longer than normal because they're squeezed shut. Got it. All the bags are like that. I really like it right now. This dude has some emotion. You see the emotion pop out of this guy? Maybe we can see it now. Look at that. It's got some emotion going on. Eric Diaz, how you doing, buddy? I'm really honored, man. It's like 25 of you been hanging in there watching me carve. It is an honor because it's kind of a hobby. I don't know that I feel like I'm that good. There's so many other great carvers on YouTube you could watch. So thank you. This is not an old guy, so I'm not. I don't know what that is. Look at the bags popped. That's why you want those mounds to be even better than what I did. Because then when you put in the eye, you have this bag come out. Because this guy's actually he's distraught. He's distraught. No, I'm looking at the picture. I need to sharpen this. So hang with me. I'm walking over here to my work sharp. Embarrass myself for carving with an unsharp tool because I'm going to use this thing. Just trying to get a feel of how hard that is there. I think I need to go deeper. There's a stress line here. That wasn't it. Yikes. Need to get up there with a Dockard. You know what Dockards are? These nice little ones. These have really gone up in price, but man, are they valuable? Because you just sometimes you just need a little something. It's not the one. So realism carving has always impressed me. You see that? It's got a little funny spot in the hood. See that? I'm looking at this. I'm gonna write. Always kind of have a reference, even if you're not copying exactly. You know, you're getting the idea. What does the facial expression look like for somebody that's kind of in anguish a little bit? And so you're getting how these eyes are pressed together. So it looks like they're just closed now. But I just want to see if I could add some action where they would be pressed together. See how that looks? Super sharp right here. Really sharp. Really sharp. I'm going to go with the thing on here too. Mm. If you go to my Instagram page, you can see a carving of my dad I did. That's probably one of my better realism. And then I was up north, did another one of a guy just took his picture because I thought it looked cool. So these aren't super hard lines. They're a little subtle, but lines nonetheless. And I'll sand in those a little bit to soften them. And just looking there. Then he had some really deep line here. Still isn't that sharp. Carving realism takes longer sometimes. If I don't use a picture, what I'll do is I'll carve the same looking guy every time if I don't use a picture. They'll just if I just freestyle carve a face, it'll look like I'm gonna come over here again. I'm not undercutting. I'm taking a little triangle out here, just right on the side of the nose, the nostril. I just need to add a little definition around that. The wing of the nose, smile line. Yeah, yeah, no, yeah. Modern wood carver. Hey, all right. I'll see you Wednesday night, Michael. Gonna shoot a podcast. His podcast is really taking off. So, really love the idea of promoting wood carving because it is an incredible hobby. Beats sitting there watching TV all the time, which, I do. I watch some TV, but some people, it's all they do. Like, that is their pastime. Man, you can do so much. The amount of TV people are watching. So what I'm going to do now is I'm looking at these eyes. There's a lot of there's a line along the top of that lid, more than the bottom of the lid if the eye was just open. So I'm just thinking, how can I do that without it? If I went a little deeper, without it looking like there's two eyelids, like it's not the eye, it's the eyelid squishing down on the eye. If I just went a little deeper in here and just caused a little more of a shadow. So when I get into this, I'm going to tell you without shame, I wear magnifiers. I just really do. I just, work on something and then just screw it up because you can't see what you're doing. I got new glasses coming Wednesday, FYI. And yes, they're stronger. I'm 60 now. I got some bifocals. They're getting stronger, but so I cut. Two hands is better than one. Just trying to get in here. I like this one better. Yeah, do it better. Let me look at the bottom lid. It's not stick out farther than the top lid, but it is here. So we got to gently bring some of this back. This is where you want a sharp knife when you're doing just little tweaks here. Wow, do I see a lot more with these on? And I don't like what I see. I'm just tweaking things up as I think they don't look quite right. So I kind of don't want those pencil lines in there when I do this. And my compass thing poked that, darn it. So I'm going to take 600, not 220 and not 100. 600. I just need to clean this up a little bit. Oh man, it's flat there, see? Going for it anyhow. Gonna do it anyhow. So I'm gonna use my little Dockard, little bitty V tool. And I'm gonna just come above that lid. And man, I'm not gonna go in deep this first pass. I'm not sure I like that. Maybe it kind of goes. crumbly up here. I'm gonna add a little. Just a little stress line there. Gonna clean this here. Sometimes you don't have to do much. Just press it in. Get some shadow. See a lot with magnifiers on. I'm looking at things. I'm like, that's not right. That's not right. But I'll clean this up a little more. Come out the next day. You'll see more too than your initial first part. Then we'll work on the neck. I'm in Alec Lacasse's wood carving school. That's on it. And he has a fantastic teaching on shoulders and neck. And I did that the other day. There was a carving I didn't really like. I'd done a demonstration for an art group, but I took it and I'll grab it for you. I wanted to work on the neck and the clavicle bones and the stuff like Alec had. I don't know if you can see that. So this face goofed up. This was a rotten part, so it doesn't look symmetrical. But what I did was from Alec, and I didn't get these muscles right. Just working on the neck and the trapezoid, the clavicle, you know. So yeah, that's what I did with that one. I don't know if you find that interesting. His wood carving school is worth every penny. I'm not kidding you. You know, I've gone all day to places and spent serious money. But for $36 a month, and sometimes he runs specials. I think there's a special. I think you get money off you put Nate in there. Not sure. We had that once years ago. I don't know if we still do, but man, you you will learn. Then you're part of the wood carving face group for school, and yeah, pretty cool. We'll work on the neck, and then we'll work on what do I want to do up here for a hat or hair. I'm pretty happy with that. So let me take this off of here. Got some hearts going. You guys, outstanding group. Again, I'm honored you'd watch me, and appreciate my son buying me this nice little standard for my phone. But I'd say that guy has some emotion coming in, don't you? But when you see it, look, you can see things that are sticking out differently. You know, not bad. So, anybody have any questions you want to type in? Again, please like, please comment if you would. Subscribe. I'd be pretty honored. Let me show you that other one while I got it off, just so you can see the neck work. So I was pretty proud of it. Again, the face, yikes, because of that rotten spot. But yeah, I just wanted to work on the neck and the shoulders, clavicle, really good stuff. So, hey, thanks for joining me. Been a fun hour carve, and you can always direct message me. I'm on Instagram. My site is natewoodsculpting.com. I'll be updating that. But keep carving, keep creating, keep doing stuff that brings you peace in life. Have a great rest of your night. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for subscribing. God bless.